Hey guys, welcome back to Marriages Restored in Faith. My name is Ray.
Hey guys, my name is Dora. Today is January 1st, 2025. So Happy New Year to everyone.
Yes, and I'm sure some people are still asleep because
Yes.
they stayed up pretty late. Especially people that went all over the areas that they actually had celebrations. I'm sure some by the time they got home was probably 3 or 4 in the morning.
Mhm.
By the time you get away from traffic, the amount of people and so on.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully yours was you enjoyed yourself. We basically didn't do anything, but we actually were working in the shop Christmas
Yes.
Eve. Yes.
New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve. I mean, yeah, I'm thinking Christmas. Yeah, New Year's Eve. I'm past Christmas already. So it was, yeah, yesterday we were just working in the shop and getting things done, and we worked pretty late, and then came in and ate and
Relaxed for a little bit.
relaxed, and then went to bed,
Went to bed.
and then woke up at midnight with all the fireworks.
Yes.
Yeah, we didn't stay up till midnight. We stayed up till about 11ish. So, guys, thanks for being here. So here we go. We're going to start off pretty quick. As you see, chaos, collapse, shortages, and demonic activity. If we can go ahead and show up our website, our email, our that way, if you ever want to get a hold of us, this is how you can get a hold of us: is through our email, not through Facebook or Messenger or anything like that, because we don't answer those. We don't even go to it. We don't monitor that. So you can. Dora's pretty good at monitoring the email.
Yes. Yes.
So you can just reach out to us on that email if you have any questions.
Mhm.
If you want to share some news that maybe you have something going on in your city, your state, something that nobody is aware of. If you want to share that information with us, if you want to share one of your stories on events that are happening around you, you can do that through that email. We'll try to monitor as much as we can, and maybe we'll share your story on here if you want. There's a lot going on out there, and this is another way. If you want to help us with this ministry, you can also donate there and help us on the ministry.
That's right.
So here we go. Let's get started. Let me show you. If you can give me number 18 first, we'll start off there, and then we'll get into the serious stuff, because there's a lot. Even in New Year's, if you're not aware of what happened, we'll share that with you in a second of what happened. So we can share this one first. Talk about hunting. They thought they were going to go hunting, and look at that. And then you freak out because it's a deer. That's what you're hunting, right? Something else. Might have been their first time hunting.
Yeah. I said, what are they doing, huh? We went out hunting.
Yep.
Yeah.
We went out hunting, except we were hunted. So if you can give me number 15, let's go ahead and get straight to it. This is, again, I explained it before. The minute I saw one happen, it was going to continue, and it's only going to accelerate. It's going to, you're going to see this more often, and that's the sad part. And I'm going to share this video. It's be a short one, and then we're going to share the longer video. So go ahead.
A New Year's tragedy unfolding in New Orleans earlier this morning.
Multiple people are dead, and at least 30 have been hospitalized after a car plowed into the crowd.
Yeah, tragic. Chanley Painter joins us now. Chanley, what do we know so far?
Yeah, it is a developing story, but we have confirmed that at least 10 people are dead after a car drove into a large crowd celebrating New Year's on Canal and Bourbon Street. At least another 30 people had to be hospitalized. This all happening just hours ago on undoubtedly one of the busiest nights of the year, with New Year's and the Sugar Bowl taking place later today. Right now, there is still a huge police presence at the scene, including the FBI, the coroner's office, and the mayor also said to be at that scene. Now, the driver reportedly got out of the vehicle and fired a weapon. Police are said to have returned fire. No word yet at this point on the state of the suspect responsible. Witnesses telling local reporters, though, they heard some loud banging and then looked outside, and there were bodies on the floor. Louisiana Governor Jeff Landry posting this moments ago on X. A horrific act of violence took place on Bourbon Street earlier this morning. Please join Sharon and I in praying for all the victims and first responders on the scene. I urge all near the scene to avoid the area. And like I said, this is developing. We are.
Okay, I just want to share that small clip with you. Now, let me share the press conference that they had. And I like that the mayor and the chief call it a terrorist attack. That's because that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the FBI agent that wants to be political, wants to be a politician. Yes, I've dealt with FBI agents. I'm in law enforcement. I have to talk to them. Politicians, they have to, they're told what to say because they have to be political. So that's just something. You're going to hear her say that. We're not going to go that far, but you can watch this entire, it's just 7 minutes. I don't want to watch the whole 7 minutes because we have other news to share with you. We'll go ahead and play it.
Before you is our unified command, leading with our mayor. And Mayor LaToya Cantrell will start with her remarks.
Thank you.
Okay, just give us just a little space, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. Good morning. First of all, we do know that the city of New Orleans was impacted by a terrorist attack. It's all still under investigation. You'll hear more after me. However, I have been in direct contact with the White House, with Governor Landry, and of course, a unified command who is present here. What I'm asking at this time are prayers for those who have lost their lives in the city of New Orleans due to this tragedy. In addition to that, I'm asking the public to stay clear of 8 blocks around Bourbon Street. Stay clear from Bourbon Street, 8 blocks around. Very active, and again, a unified command is in place right now. I'm going to ask Chief Kirkpatrick to give you an update. You're then going to hear from our agent in charge relative to the FBI. So at this time, Chief Kirkpatrick.
Thank you. All right. Good morning, everyone. So I'm going to give you as much of the information I possibly can. We are going to give you an update a couple of times today. So we will give you just the basics this morning. All right. We had this event started at about 3:15. It did involve a man driving a pickup truck down Bourbon Street at a very fast pace, and it was very intentional behavior. This man was trying to run over as many people as he possibly could. It was not a DUI. Now, with respect to numbers, we have right now, and as you already know, this could change throughout the day. We do know that there are 26 injured people who are at UMC Hospital. We know we have 4 at Turo, 4 at Ochsner Baptist, 1 at Tulane, but even as I was walking out the door, I believe I have an unconfirmed additional people who have been taken to other areas. Situation for me to tell you that we know we have 10 people that this man killed on Bourbon Street. That is why we do not want anyone on Bourbon Street today. Wherever you see yellow tape, please do not violate this tape. This is in order to.
Right. Again, this is 7 minutes long. They're going to do another press conference, I believe around 11, which is probably about this time, or 12. So you'll get more updates on there. But again, she called it a terrorist attack. Mayor called it a terrorist attack because that's what it is. The person intentionally drove around the barricades, went towards the crowd, finished what he was doing. So apparently, once he was done, he probably did wrecked out, crashed, got stopped. He couldn't go any further. So then he gets out of the vehicle and starts shooting. He shoots 2 officers and they return fire. So there you go. It was intentional. I'm glad she said it wasn't a DUI, because you know how politicians are. They want to immediately make it sound like, oh, it's a DUI. He was drunk, or he was intoxicated, or maybe he was blind and he was able to get in the vehicle and drive. Yeah, he was able to drive that far blind. You know how dumb they get. So again, I said, and it's, I don't like to be right in this type of stuff. I don't want to be right in this type of stuff, but it's going to accelerate. You're going to see more of this. Why? Because we have evil people here. And you may say, what do you mean? Let me share this one with you. If you can give me number 16. And I shared this one on our Facebook. And that's why I say, if you're not a subscriber on our Facebook, if not following us on Facebook, go over there and follow us on Facebook. If you're not a subscriber on YouTube, subscribe to our channel. Help us. Give us thumbs up, share our videos. We're being censored a lot, shadow banned a lot. I shared this one here. And I want you to pay attention to this gentleman. It's sad. He's on his phone, not paying attention to his surroundings. We are living in a whole different times, different evil times right now. Go ahead, we'll play this one.
Now to some breaking news. A man is in critical condition tonight after police say he was pushed onto the subway tracks as a train was pulling in. And Dave Carlin is live in Chelsea with that heart-stopping video. And we should warn our viewers, it is hard to watch. Dave.
Sorry.
Just as a train was pulling in. CBS News New York obtained this disturbing surveillance video showing a victim described by police as 45 years old standing on the platform when a man in a blue hooded jacket comes in from the left side of the screen, then out of view for a moment, and then back from the right side of the screen. With no apparent warning, he pushes the man just as the train pulls in. We spoke to a woman who says she saw everything, talking to us exclusively on the condition we not show her face.
It was pretty horrible. I'm okay now.
Was he pushed right in front of a moving train?
Right at the last second, right in front of the train. Just shoved right in front of the train.
Police say they caught a man they are calling a person of interest.
The older man who was pushed just walked slowly right onto the platform, perfect timing. The other man who pushed him was just walking slowly towards him and shoved him the last second.
And then did you see the rescue of getting him out of there?
I did not. I came up.
Again, evil people. You can't convince me that this is a good citizen, this is a law-abiding citizen, this is a Christian, this is a man that loves. You can't convince me that. Nobody does that unless you're just pure evil and have evil intentions to kill somebody. We have to pay attention, people. We have to get off of our phones. We see that so much on people in the public. They're walking around and they're like this. They're not even paying attention where they're walking.
Yeah. And the sad thing is that it's trickling down to the kids now, because that's what you're seeing. You're seeing kids, you're seeing teenagers just walking around with their heads stuck to their phones and not paying attention, what's happening around them. Even little kids, that are supposed to be, interacting with their parents. They're just looking at their phones and not even watching, being alert themselves.
So if you give me number 8, and this is the third one. If you remember, there was 2 other ones already. This will be the third one. Again, people, once you see something like this happening, these are just evil people that have come to this country, and it's been already told that they are illegals here doing this. So we'll play this one. You'll understand what I'm talking about. Okay?
Now, we are following a developing story coming in out of New York City. Take a look right here. NYPD now confirming to Live Now from Fox that a man is in critical condition after police responded to a report of a person on fire inside Penn Station. By the way, Penn Station is the busiest transportation facility in the country. The NYPD saying they responded around 8 last night to a man on fire where they found a 67-year-old man with burn injuries to both legs and his upper body. Now, we did learn he was rushed to a hospital with injuries that the fire department says were deemed life-threatening. Police say the investigation is ongoing and no arrests at this point have been made. And of course, you probably are familiar with this case at the.
There you go. If you can get me number 2. So, again, once you start seeing these things happening, and you'll see the same thing in the subway happen more than once, you'll see it happen again. The sad part is that people will not pay attention to their surroundings. There's no reason for you to stand at the very edge, and of course, that's what I was asked. Why is he standing at the very edge? People have been conditioned not to wait in line. Don't be patient. Be the first one in. Be the first one in line. You see that anytime there's a sale, what do people do? They get there at 3 or 4 in the morning in the parking lot, waiting to be the first ones in. Go ahead and play this one.
Times XP and I'm Dhriti Yatri. Dreams of a better life in the United States is pushing thousands of Indians to take risky journeys. However, now getting into the United States is becoming actually harder. This could get even tougher after January 20th, when President-elect Donald Trump is going to take the office, as he has promised stricter immigration rules. But you know what? Indians are among the top migrants that are caught. If we go by stats, then in November alone, 6,173 Indians were caught by US border security while trying to enter the country illegally. That's about 200 Indians detained every single day, or we can also say 8 Indians every single hour. Now, Indians rank 6th among those who are caught after migrants from countries like Mexico, 31,800 plus, Venezuela, 16,000 plus, and Cuba, 8,000 plus. Many of these Indian migrants are from Gujarat, Punjab, and Andhra Pradesh. They often spend thousands and lakhs of money on agents or take loans, hoping to reach the United States, but unfortunately, the journey is anything but easy. Let me take you to the long journeys and dangerous risks that Indians have to face.
So, why did I show you that? I wanted you to see what I'm about to show you, a different video. I wanted you to see that we have every nationality that you can think of, every person from every country that you can think of coming to the United States. We are not a perfect country. But when you have every nationality, that means you have every type of religion, every type of worship. What do I mean? Some of these people worship demonic spirits, evil spirits. So what happens? They either get possessed, they get influenced, and then you'll have people like that man pushing another man on a subway. You'll have other men burning other individuals just out of nowhere, just because they want to burn somebody. Pure evil. Let me show you. You can give me number 1. And these are 2 young girls, and you can see how sincere they are, that it's not scripted. It's not like you see some of these false prophets out there, false teachers out there that give all these, that everything's scripted the way they say it. You're going to listen to what they say. And I've discussed this with Dora before. When I was working patrol on the streets, we've come across this a lot, especially in homeless shelters. Now, I'm not saying anything bad on people that have to go to a homeless shelter. No, I'm saying that's where we've seen it a lot happen. Go ahead.
Out there was, and we were just talking a little bit with her, a little bit, and there was
we had stepped outside because there was a few more homeless people that stepped in, so we stepped outside with Star, and she was drinking her iced tea. I know at this weather, but she was thirsty, and there was a big commotion inside, and this one lady, she was throwing a fit and screaming and like thrashing out, really like manifesting. It was really bad. Have you seen that before? Yeah, it was really bad. I don't know. I don't think I've actually seen it that bad before.
Ever in person? Like,
no. So then her boyfriend took her out and was like holding her against the wall, trying to keep her from like, just, hold on, I gotta try. My hand is freezing.
Oh.
Trying to keep her from boyfriend was trying to keep her from like just I don't know, like ripping him and just trying to contain her. And he was being gentle but firm, and she was just really swearing and stuff. And then he just wasn't doing anything. So I just stepped forward a little bit and I just said, "Be calm in Jesus' name. Be calm," or something, right?
Yeah, and he said, "I'm out of here."
Yeah.
And he just went over to the end of the
corner
of the building and she settled right down.
Right down.
And she actually like was talking fairly
coherently,
yeah. But you could just tell she's so bitter and angry.
Yeah.
And Amber just talking with her, and I would just talk with Star a little bit because Star had just she just asked for prayer with that, and so I prayed, and I wasn't even quite done, and a couple other homeless bigger guys came up, and she said she had to go, and so she left with them.
Yeah. And then I asked the girl that her boyfriend's name was Jeffrey. Her name, she gave me her name, Eunice. She said, "That's my name, and I'm not lying." So I was calling her Eunice, and
Okay. And this one, I was explaining to Dora, I said, when you hear somebody say, "My name is," for instance, if I tell you my name is Joe and I'm not lying, why would I have to say that? Unless it's not Joe, right? Apparently, my name is Ray. So if I tell you my name is Ray, it would end there, right? It wouldn't end, "My name is Ray and I'm not lying." And it's something in law enforcement we hear a lot. "My name is so-and-so and I'm not lying." Okay, we know you're lying now.
Or I'm telling you the truth.
Or I'm telling you the truth. Or, okay, I'm about to tell you the truth. Okay, here comes more lies.
Here comes more lies.
Okay, I'm going to be really honest with you. Okay, here comes some more lies. These are key words that it's natural that people will just spit it out without paying attention, and it's keywords. So, go ahead.
I asked if I could pray for her, and she didn't want prayer. She wanted me to pray for her boyfriend because he needs prayer. She doesn't need prayer. She's fine. So I said, "Well, I can pray for both of you." She's like, "Yeah, you can come over and pray for both of us." So
you can pray for me if you pray for both of us.
Yeah. So it went over. Sarah and I had prayed for Jeffrey and Eunice, which her name was Hope, and that's what I had heard Jeffrey calling her, but she denied it. But that is her name. And she's just full of lies and just foul mouth. And while I was praying, she's
like
standing there and she's like glaring, like her teeth, like baring her teeth at Jeffrey, staring at him with her mouth. She was like that for 30 seconds or something. And then I was like, I bind you, Satan. Rebuking the devil.
That foul spirit, be silent.
Yeah, and she was just like this, and it wasn't changing.
And she just like you could literally hear her snap.
I didn't hear that.
I heard her snap.
But Sarah was holding her hand, and then when Sarah said, "What did you say?"
Well, you were
Okay, now you may say, "Well, someone might be lying because one heard it and the other one didn't hear it." Well, let me explain that part. As being a detective and you're interviewing somebody, you usually have, or interrogating, some people call it interrogating, some people call it interviewing. You have somebody else right next to you on the other side, and they're paying attention while you're interviewing. Well, they'll catch something that you didn't catch because you're so focused on what they're saying, what they're doing, body language, and so on. This other person will catch it. That's what happened here. She was so focused on the woman while she was talking to the woman that her sister was able to catch something that she didn't catch. That's all that is. It's like you being an eyewitness. You witness something, you're going to see absolutely something different than someone else saw, totally different also. You're not going to see the same thing. You're not going to hear the same thing either. So go ahead.
Oh, so softly.
No, Amber was saying close your mouth. Close your mouth, and she wouldn't close it. And I was holding, had my hand on her shoulder, and I said, in Jesus' name.
Just really quietly.
And she instantly, her mouth closed.
She closed it. Right.
Instantly.
Right. Yeah, it was amazing. And then she just told, yeah, it was really, really sad. But you know, those people, they can't hurt us, children of God. They can't hurt us because God's protecting us. It's amazing. Then I was talking with Jeffrey some, and I said,
And Eunice was just standing just a little ways away, and she just kept on, like, Amber was trying to talk with Jeffrey, and Eunice, or Hope, kept on just talking to him, like, just belittling and, like, saying how bad he was and he's not fit and all of that.
Yeah.
And Amber was trying to talk to him, and she's just this
provoking,
like,
yeah, very demonic.
continually. She wouldn't let there be any silence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then, so I asked Jeffrey if he had heard the gospel, and he said yes. And if he has accepted Jesus or something. And then I asked, have you repented from your sins? And he said, very sincerely, he said, no, I haven't. It was quite remarkable how he knew that. And so I shared with him a little bit, and he was very quiet and very receptive. Anyways, and then while we were talking, and Hope just starts screaming more and more. Then the police car comes up, and these two
she
big
walks away because she knows she's the commotion, so she walks away.
Yeah, she was kicked out of the building, right? And they locked the door too. We didn't say that, but they locked the door
as soon as she got out.
Yeah, so no one could get in. But the two police came, and they look at Sarah and I. They're like, "Are you part of them, or like what?" We're just two sisters. We just
went for a walk.
For a walk.
It's a little evening walk.
And then so he kind of stood there, and Jeffrey's talking with him, and then finally we're like, "Okay."
And then
we'll kind of leave.
He's like, "Thanks, guys."
And we go off. There's our story time. There's your bedtime story.
Okay, so there you go. And eventually they say that lady gives them a different name. Well, it's possibly the demon's name. I know there's people out there that still don't believe that, but hey, you're about to find out because it's about to get weird. Things are about to start changing.
Oh, yes.
If you don't believe that there's demons, explain how these people are so evil to burn other people, to push people off the subway, to beat people, to rape people, to do evil, pure evil things. Let me share another one with you. I mean, give me number 17. And we don't watch Candace Owens. We used to years ago. We haven't listened to her or anything just because the way she has completely did a 180. She is in a different direction now. But this is from Calvary Chapel, right? Church. So we'll play this small portion, but I want you to listen to what an ex-CIA agent talks about. This is part of the evil agenda. If people still believe that their government's for them, it's not. It's not. So go ahead. We'll play this one here, and then we have a few more.
So to me, Tom, this video, the rise of anti-Semitism. Now this is, Candace Owens she's
anti-Semitic.
She's anti-Semitic.
Just ignore that part.
So ignore the anti-Semitic lady
listen
here.
To the
lady
guy.
on the top, but listen to the guy on the bottom. Okay.
Why Christians? Remember the Soviet Union made a statement that.
Okay, I should have told you this. He's an ex-CIA agent, and he'll tell you that, but I just want to introduce that.
Why Christians? Remember the Soviet Union made a statement that we could control all of our entire population except the Christians. And they had to put them in prison and in gulags. And I remember 1994 when I was in the CIA, we were ordered into a conference room. We all filed in. There's about 30 of us. And our division chief starts off by saying, now don't get mad at me. I'm just the messenger. This comes down from the director of the CIA. You can no longer say Merry Christmas in any CIA office space. You cannot have a manger scene on your desk or on your door, or you will face administrative penalties. And the sad part was only two of us, our jaws dropped. Like, what? And the CIA was actively against Christians, and they used DEI as a method to suppress them. And I remember it was Christmas Eve, and I walked out. I thought about this, prayed about this overnight, and I said, oh, no, you don't. So I walked out on New Year's Eve, and I turned around to everybody, and I said, good night. And by the way, Merry Christmas. I'm like, there is a line you don't cross. Well, there was an outrage from the CIA populace, and as evil people always do, when they got resistance, they backed off and said, well, never mind, But it has been Christianity, because the Christians are the only ones that will not answer to tyranny. We believe in God and a higher power, and we will not be manipulated by a tyrannical regime. And that's why Christians are despised around the world, including in this previous administration. My goodness. And going back to Obama, how they attacked Christians and eliminated the religious freedom post at the Department of State, and on and on and on it went. But that's the reason.
Keep that thought of what he just said, that Christians are despised all around the world. Okay? This is from an ex-CIA agent that goes all around the world. That they go and see what happens all around the world. And he's a Christian. So think about this. If he says that, and he truly believes that, and I'm sure he is 100% right. Why? Because Jesus said that they're going to hate us because they hated him. So if that is true, then all the people that are coming from different countries, coming to this country and to other countries, infiltrating other countries with all types of people, don't you think they're going to hate? There's going to be more hate? Think about it. Why do you think in the Bible it says in the end times, in the last days, there's going to be more hatred, more violence, more immorality, more lovers of themselves, and so on? And we see that right now. Let me share another video with you. If you can give me number 9. And I've shared this one before. I actually didn't share this one before, but we talked about it. And we'll play this one a little bit on there, and then we got a couple more after that. But I want you to see this, how this guy was prepared. My question to you is, have you talked to your family? Are you prepared for something like this? When it happens, you may say, well, it's not going to happen. When it happens.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Just want to give you a quick update on a case that we are currently investigating. Last night at around 9 p.m., Sheriff's Office received a call of shots fired in the River Club area off of Hickory Hammock Circle. Deputies arrived on scene, were met by a homeowner who informed them that 2 masked men had tried to break into their home. He had shot one of them who was still currently inside the home when we arrived. The other suspect ran from the scene. What we have gathered up to this point is the victim, the homeowner, was alerted by his cameras that there was motion on the side of the house. He views the cameras and is able to see 2 masked men on the side of his home trying to make entry. He tells his wife that this is happening. It's happening now. Find a safe place. He retrieves his firearm, goes into a bedroom, an office, where he's immediately confronted with one of the suspects that's inside of this room. He fires at least 3 shots at the suspect, strikes the suspect. The other suspect, who is halfway through the window at the time, then retreats and is later located by K-9 and deputies about 4 blocks from the scene. The suspect that was shot later expired from his injuries about 7 a.m. this morning, and we are continuing to investigate not only the crime itself, but we're trying to validate the identity of both the suspects. What we do know, as we work with Border Patrol, what we believe is that the suspect that survived is of Chilean descent, came to California from Chile, sometime a few months ago. I guess if you are from Chile, Border Patrol gives you a 90-day visa. That visa was supposed to expire in September. Suspect never returned back to Chile. Somehow made it to Tampa about six days ago, allegedly staying at a hotel.
There you go. An illegal that said, sure, I'll obey the law. I'll report back when I'm supposed to. He's already committing a crime to come across, and you're going to give him a pass and say, come and show up within this time frame. Oh, okay, I will. Yes, sir. Think about it. Oh, my. Yeah. But why do you go to the Border Patrol? Because you know they're illegals. That's why they contacted Border Patrol. You heard me say this before if you've been watching us. Crime has gone up 90%, and it's illegals that are committing the crime. That's the crime that's gone up 90%. Think about that. Just think about that. I know, people, this is not something you want to hear the first day of the year, but it's true. So what do? We prepare accordingly. We do our best preparing. We do our best to stay off our phones when we're out in public, paying attention to our surroundings. You don't go alone. If you're a woman, take another woman with you, another guy with you. Don't go by yourself. I don't mind going by myself. That's just me. I'm different. But then again, I carry stuff. So if you know what that means. So carry, if you know what I mean, carry. Protect yourself. Be ready. Pay attention. Be vigilant. Let me play this other one. You can give me number 19. And I know this is not one of those, but hey, people, if somebody doesn't tell you, how are we going to get prepared?
That's right. Yeah.
If all we do is listen to everybody else and say, and in fact, I should have showed you something else first before I did that one. If you give me number 10, because this is what a lot of people are doing at this time. They're just doing this right now. And I heard that the government's about to give another $1,400 to people. Do you know what happened to that money the last time they did that? You got taxed on it as income, as your income increased. You know,
right. You had to file it.
Yeah, we refused to accept. We had to actually. Didn't we have to sign?
You
a
had
paper?
to opt out. Yes, you had to go to their website, and you had to literally opt out of receiving that money. If not, they're just going to send it.
But I didn't opt in. Why are you gonna put me in it?
That's right.
Why do I have to opt out if I never opt in?
Yeah.
But this is what people are doing right now. They're just boiling in water, eating. And what do I mean? People are just going about their business thinking that nothing's going to happen. They're eating all their meals that they have inside their house without bringing more meals in, without learning how to produce their own food, without gardening. We messed up some of our gardening. We learn from it. We're going to change the way we garden. We have to. Oh, there's another thing I just thought about. That fog. Have you heard about that fog?
Oh, yeah. Right. Yeah.
These people are still sitting here in this boiling water, and they're fighting you, saying that the fog isn't real. But there's a lot of people out there telling you that the fog that they were around made them sick. And then you have the people on the comments yelling at you, telling that you should be masked up, you should be jabbed up, you should be doing all this because you're not wanting to listen to everybody else and protect everyone else. No, people. Those are the same people that are in this boiling water.
Yeah.
These are the ones that are going to get caught with their pants down.
Yeah.
So if you give me number 19, this is one video that I'm going to end up posting on our Facebook, is this one here, because I want people to understand we got to get out of that pot. We can't sit in that boiling pot eating, think that everything's going to be okay.
That's right.
And this is what's happening. It's gradually moving. But I do believe that the minute, if 45 gets in office, if January 20 goes smooth, I do believe that there's going to be a major crash. Why? Because he's in office and they want to bring chaos.
Yes.
So I want you to listen to this one and see this one.
It seemed like a good day.
Yeah, come here in a minute.
He ain't go right away. God, my stomach, dude.
God, the man, you get yourself. Oh, no. Oh, God, I gotta get out of here.
Sorry,
Holy
just my
shit.
stomach.
Get out of my way.
Oh, I can't breathe. Oh,
If you never done that, you can go to Spencer's and you can buy the spray or you can buy the bags. We did that for Thanksgiving, and I gave it to the kids. And I told the kids, hey, go do whatever, throw them outside, do whatever. Well, I went to the bathroom inside the shop, and everybody was inside the shop. All of a sudden, they throw one inside the shop, and I hear it explode. I'm like, okay. So then I walk out. Oh, my gosh, it was awful. It is disgusting. It will make people just flee. You will leave out. So I wouldn't do it inside a shop or inside a house. But try it out.
Funny.
It's awful.
It really was funny because everybody inside the shop just went. They all walked
They opened the
out.
doors and everything. It was awful, man. It was one of those that I'm glad I didn't do it, so you couldn't yell at me. It was a little baby girl that did it.
Yeah, but you still got yelled at because you brought the
I brought
package.
them. Yeah.
You brought the
So
package.
then, as we left, I gave them 3 more packs that I had there. I said, do whatever you want, but don't do it here. Wait until you get home and then do it at home. I never heard anything, so I don't know.
Hopefully they're saving it for that
Hopefully they're saving it.
good day.
So I just want to bring a funny one at the end so you'll see it. But guys, all I can say is we have to prepare. We have to get ready the best that we possibly can. Financially, don't get so far and overwhelmed. Trust the Lord.
Yes.
But God also says that we have to do our part.
That's right.
So doing our part is going out there and getting ready, getting prepared, staying in the Word,
Yes.
praying, find a good Bible-based church. I know that's the hard part, is finding one. I know it is because it's hard for us too. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
So we just want to share this one with you. Hopefully you had a good start of your new year. Don't drop your guard. Don't get complacent.
That's right.
Pay attention. Enjoy yourself still.
Yes.
Enjoy yourself. Don't get so caught up that people get so scared and they stay at home and don't do anything else because they're scared to go out.
Right.
So, guys, thanks for joining us. Thanks for being here.
Have a great rest of your day, and again, happy New Year, and we will see you on the next one.